Hello and welcome back to another beer review. I'm Ben the Beer Lad, and today I'm going to be doing probably the strongest beer. No, not probably. This is the strongest beer I've ever had on this channel. It's probably going to be the strongest beer I'll ever have on the channel unless some miraculous thing pops up and I end up drinking that. But this is Brewdog, and what is they called? Schorfehbräu, I think that's how it's pronounced. This is their poker face at 27 whole percent. This is spirits freeze distilled from grain and hops. I don't know what it is. The house always wins, it says on the side. But yeah, this is 27%, and this is the strongest beer I've ever had, or I'm going to have. The strongest beer before this was Breakbeat, and I think it was called The One. And it was 21%, so that was a big one, and I enjoyed that. It was a 330ml bottle. I really enjoyed that. This is 200ml bottle. This cost me a fucking arm and a leg. I got this when I went to London. I went to the Brewdog bar and I seen this and I thought, you know what, I don't get anything like this at home, and I don't see this kind of stuff often. I'm gonna spend a bit of money here. I think this alone was maybe 15-16 pounds. Maybe a bit more expensive, maybe been touching 20. Point is, it was pricey, and again, I'm not going to do this again. This is a one-off kind of beer. Would never spend that kind of money if I'd seen it in Preston. I don't know if it's because I was on holiday in London, I was chilling out or whatever, but I just seen it and I thought, I've got to do it. So, it's a wax-sealed label, or it's a wax-sealed lid, sorry. Label is this lovely black and gold label, and yeah, I'm just going to try and pierce the what's it called, the wax, and see if I can get in there, and then I'll crack it open. I've got myself my little Wonder Beyond tasting glass as well. It's got a 100ml marker on it, so I'm going to have 2 glasses of this and that'll be the full bottle. Let me just get in there, you little bastard. Come on. Just need to get this wax off, that's all it is. Here we go. That is a good amount. Right, let's see if this works. If it doesn't, you might have to come back or skip ahead. I'll find out. Right, that's got something. Glass. There. Oh, whoa, wow, that is not the colour of the lid, I thought. So it's peeled off the wax, like that. Look at that lid. I did not expect fucking neon blue lid. Come on. Do you know what? If I do some magic in the, what's it called? The editing, I'll give you a timestamp. If you want to see me faff and see me struggle with it, stick around now. There we go. Or not. Fucking wax. Should have done this beforehand. But, you know, 2020 vision and all that. Hindsight. That needs to come off. It's not a bottle, I'm keeping this. So, that can come off. So, I've got a blue lid. Jesus. Oh, I've got pressure. There it goes. Oh, that is off. Put my bar blade away, otherwise I'll end up slicing my own wrist with that. So, wow, that's there. That's on the desk. I can smell this. Right, here we go. Let's crack on with it, shall we? Lid out. Nothing fancy on the lid. It's a plain blue lid. Stay there. Wax coming off. There we go, nice and open. 5 minutes into this fucking thing and I'm starting to pour the drink now. So, Okay, pours a lot thinner than I expected. That, the bottle itself, I think it's stained from the actual drink. It looks like, is it Brontaine? I think, and it's in a vial and it looks like this, and it's really fucking toxic. So, there's the beer. Look at that. No head on it, jet black beer. There is no light getting through that. My window is there. All the natural light is coming onto me. No light is getting through that. Look at the alcohol ring on this bastard. Look at this motherfucker. It's actually coming quite smooth there. See, this is the kind of stuff, I've not even drank this yet, and this is, I'm already going to say this. This is the kind of stuff I remember Brewdog for. Big fucking bold beers, just cracking the whip and going, you know what? Fuck the norm. We're gonna make something interesting. We're gonna fucking go for it. Tokyo Star, 18.5%. I think that was fucking insane. They're the kind of things I remember Brewdog doing. Boom, massive beer. Fuck you all. We're doing what we want. And now they're selling out, they sold out, but now they're owned by Americans. So, jet black beer. Let's get a smell. See what we get, shall we? Licorice. Oh wow. Oh, it smells fantastic. That smells so good. Holy shit. Licorice, sticky toffee, cinder toffee, burnt sugars, molasses, nice roasted malts. So lovely, lovely boozy smell in there. Not what I expected for 27% though. If you were giving me that blind, I smelt that, I genuinely probably, oh, maybe 10-12%. You know, it's got a nice subtle booziness to it, but it's not spirit level, or almost spirit level. To be a spirit, I think it's got to be 38%, but it's not that level. But at that strength, you start to go, oh, I can smell the booze. Anyway, yeah, so you got licorice, toffee, caramel, molasses, sticky burnt sugars. The booze, you got this lovely smoky, tobacco-y smell to it. Almost like it's been barrel aged. Almost. That smells fantastic. Let's get a mouthful for the body and the carb. Mm. Oh my god, that's fucking great. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god. This is what I remember Brewdog as. Bold, takes the risk, hits you in the face with something fucking amazing. That, oh, no, I can't, no, this is something else. I actually think this only came out this year, you know. I actually think this only came out in April 26. Carb is nil. I'm not expecting carb from this thing. Come on, let's be serious. It's that colour. If you expect any kind of carb in this, then you don't know what you're talking about. I'd expected none, and I got none. Body thick, lovely, lovely, luscious, velvety, smooth, thick body. It is so smooth, so smooth. That's where the issue's gonna lie now. It's so smooth. Right. It'll be your taste. I'm gonna let this. I have a mate who drinks whiskey, and he recommended to me when I drink whiskey. I don't do it often. I don't drink whiskey often, but he recommended the age of the barrel, the age of the bottle. Sorry, let's say it's a 12-year. Hold it in your mouth for 12 seconds. Okay, I'll do that, and I've started doing that, and that is a nice way to do it. It allows the flavours to develop and such. I don't know, this hasn't been barrel aged, right? So I'm just going to let this sit in my mouth for about 10 seconds. So it's going to be about 10 seconds of silence, but it's going to let the flavours develop, and I'll let you know what it comes across. But let's go for the big old taste, shall we? Cheers. Mm. Ignore me. It wasn't 2026. It was bottled in 2022. It says it here. Batch number. Come on, camera. Batch number 1, bottled 2022. Sorry. Getting over a cold. This will fix that. So, flavours. First thing you get, smoky, woody, oaky flavour. It's just smoke, tobacco-y, sort of in your face, cigar like, just smoky woodiness. It's amazing. It is a fantastic start to this beer. Then you get licorice, and you get the roasted malts, and you get this nice sipper, savour feel about it. You get the alcohol, but again, it's not 27% in your face, burning your mouth off alcohol. It's not like I've just done a shot of vodka or a gin or whatever. It's not that feel. It is, again, 10-12%, maybe 14 or 15 at a stretch. You get that alcohol feel, you get that warmth, you get that, it coats the palate, back of the tongue, hits the cheeks, and you get a subtle warmth in the throat. It is so nice. This is where I was saying the issue of smoothness. It's so smooth to drink, and that's kind of where the thing is going to be. So with it being 27% and so smooth and not feeling like 27%, I would probably, if I didn't know any better, which sometimes I don't, but if I didn't know any better, I would probably say that this is going to be one that I'd drink, and I'd probably drink it a bit quicker. Pardon me. But I do know a bit better here now, because I'm saving this one. This is the rest of my day drink. This is my Saturday evening drink. I'm not even going out. This is just my Saturday evening drink. So anyway, back to the flavours. So yeah, you've got that woody, smoky, oakiness. Right from, it's so nice. Again, the licorice, it's really nice. You got that lovely dark, malty, roasted malt flavour. All of that so far from this point, it feels quite bitter, quite dark, quite roasted. Just dark roasted flavours. It's lovely. And then about 2/3 of the way in, that's when you get this subtle shift where you get the molasses and that caramel and the toffee, a hint of vanilla just sort of comes in, and you get all these nice sweetness flavours. But it's not over the top sweetness where it takes over and it becomes this really sweet drink all of a sudden. It's just subtle sweetness where it just doesn't go too bitter, it doesn't go too dark, it doesn't become this sort of monster at 27%. It stays balanced in a way. So you've still got this licorice, you've still got the woodiness, you've still got all this dark roasted flavours, but you just get that subtle sweetness which just sort of elevates the back end, so that way you're not stuck with the same flavours. You just get something to break it up a little bit, and that's where you get that, again, that's where the sweetness comes in. Just breaks it up a little bit, stops it being overly bitter, overly dark, overly too saturated in one way. It just breaks it up a bit. And again, this is how I remember Brewdog. Defying the odds, breaking the mold of what a beer can be. If for anyone who doesn't know what a spirits freeze distilled drink is, or a freeze distilled drink, if anyone who doesn't know what this is, essentially, if this is what I think it is, and if I'm wrong, correct me down below, because I'm I want to let people know what the science is behind this, and this is what I think it is. If it's this, what I think it is. Essentially, what they do is they take the alcohol, they take the drink that they're making, and they freeze it. And when they freeze it, the water separates from the alcohol, and they take the frozen drink, chip away at the water, and take away the water ice. And then when it thaws, you are left with more alcohol than you are water. So the water separates. You take away the frozen water, and you left the frozen alcohol. And when it thaws and it melts back down, you get the frozen alcohol into pure alcohol. That is how they do it. That is what I think this beer is. I think if I'm wrong, let me know. But this is what I think it is, and I think this is one of them beers. They had this not massive rivalry, but they had a bit of a rivalry with a German company where they were brewing the strongest beer, and I think Brewdog got to about 50-something%, maybe 60%, and then the German company came in and did 67%, I think it was. Something insane in a 100ml bottle. It was going for like 60-70 quid. It was fucking insane. I didn't buy that stuff. It was too beyond me. I think it was before I could even legally drink. But point is, that's what I think they've done with this. I think it's a freeze distilled drink where they've chipped away at the water when it's frozen and then thawed it down, and that's where you get this. Flavour-wise, it is so incredibly smooth. It's so easy to drink, and it's a bit of a danger. Because I remember having, before I started this channel, that's how long back I'm going now. I think it was for the missus, for her 21st, I cracked open my Tokyo Star. Now, should I have done that, considering that same year in January, the following January, it was August, the birthday, and then 4 months later I started the channel. Probably should have kept it just for another 4 months. You know, and could have reviewed it. Should I have done that? Maybe. But when I drank it at the time, was it 18%? 18.5? Was it 16.1? Because they made two. The first one was 18.5 and the second one was 16.1. I think it was the 16.1 I had. But point is, when I had that, I could feel the alcohol. I could feel it. It was quite warm. It was quite in your face. But this doesn't have that, and that is the kind of thing I'm getting at. Is it doesn't have that alcohol. It doesn't feel 27, and that's kind of the fun of it, but also the be careful with it side of it. It's not drinking like a 27% beer. But what does a 27% beer drink like? Do you have these on a daily? I don't. I have spirits downstairs. I have liqueurs downstairs, and that's where you go. You drink that, and you're like, and you have that, and you're like, you can feel that 27%. You can feel the 30%, 25% to 30%. You can feel it, and you go, bit much, but you've got the sweetness in there and the sugar to really just sort of balance it out. Doesn't have the sugar, the sweetness, but it has the I don't know. It feels like a 15%er, not even 15%. And it's just boggling my mind how good this beer is. It's crazy, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go away and enjoy it. Like I say, this is my Saturday drink. I'm not going to be drinking all of this on camera because I'm not fucking insane. I might look it, I've got the hat, I've got the get up, and I've got, you know, but I ain't fucking insane. I'm not going to drink this on camera. I'm going to go away. This is my Saturday night drink. And that's it. That's all I'm going to be doing for today. So, Brewdog and Schorfehbräu. I think that's how it's pronounced. Schorfehbräu. Wunderbar. 27%. Fucking poker face at 27% out of 10. I'm even, you know what? I can't compare this to anything because it's the strongest beer I've had. I've had 21% beer and that was fucking incredible. This is better than 20, but it's 6% difference. That's like comparing an IPA to a tipper. You know what I mean? It's you can't really just go. I can get Brewdog's Punk IPA, you know, at 5%, and then I can get Pentrich at fucking 12%. The same percent difference here from 21% to a 27%. It's comparing apples and oranges. Out of 10 for me, this is a full-on 10 out of 10. It's an amazing experience to do. I know it's a 20-minute review. I've never done anything like this before, this long. It deserves something like this, though. It's fucking insane. It's a 10 out of 10. I'm going to throw it in the beer of the year stuff just because of how incredible it is, but it's definitely worth getting your hands on. If you've got one of these, don't wait. If you have one of these and you have a what they call it, you've got something, a wedding or an event, a big event coming up this year, drink it then. Don't save this for another year or two. Just have it now. I think this is probably the best way that you can drink it now. It's had 4 years. It was bottled in 2022, this one. It's 4 years to mature. I think 4 years is perfect time. Seriously. I've had beers where it's like a year's passed and it's fucking awful. I think 4 years now, I think that is the best it's going to get, personally. Flavours are so well done. I've never had this before, but the flavours are so well done. I don't think it's getting any better. I think it's the best it's going to get. So if you got one, you got an event coming up this year or within a year, drink it then. Have it then. Have it for a special time. I don't have an event coming up. I just wanted to drink this on a Saturday and I thought it'd be fun, a little, I can smash on Brewdog and fucking have a go at them. No, I can't, because this is fucking incredible. This is something you've got to get your hands on. Like I say, cost me between the range of £15 to £20 in London at the Brewdog bar in Kensington. I bought it just because I was there. I would never have bought this on a normal day. It was just because I was in London and thought, fuck it, this is going to be a fun little thing to buy. It's me a gimmick, and I can have a go at Brewdog, and I can't because it's so well done. Is it because it's a collab that it's so good? I don't know, but it's just that good. So I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. It's its own sort of caliber of beer. But yeah, if you've had it, please let me know. Let me know what you think. If you liked it, if you didn't. If you've not had it, I'll leave a link to Brewdog. I'll leave a link to however you pronounce their fucking name. I'm English, not German, so I can't pronounce shit. But I'll leave a link to their website if I can find one. If you can get your hands on this beer, do give it a go. Definitely give it a go. Buy it. This has only been at room temp. I have not put this in a fridge. So all the flavours are, I have a feeling in my own head that when you fridge your beer at a strong percent, the flavours are a bit muted, the alcohol's a bit muted, and when it gets to room temp, it gets a bit more exaggerated. This hasn't had that. This has been at room temp since I bought it to now. Nothing has changed with this. So, yeah, if you've had it, links will be down below. Let me know what you think if you like it. I know it's a 23-minute review. If you like the video, though, thumbs up, thumbs down, all your stuff. If you want to subscribe, consider doing so, because the show must go on, etc., etc., so on and so forth. And I'll see you later. Bye.